morning, and hello there, YouTube. Devin here again with another helmet video for you. Already had my coffee, feeling great, about to go to work after this video is here done, which will not take me too long, and then I gotta go watch my kitty cat for the next 6 months. But the helmet we're doing today is actually a helmet that's not super well known, let alone that there's two versions of it. So what we have here is the Slovenian T91 Helmet. Now this helmet was really only used in one conflict, and that was the Iraq War, because they were given as aid to the Iraqi military after the Slovenians changed to their next design of helmet, which was basically a pasget. There's two versions of this helmet, and it was used for quite a long time. It came out in the mid-90s, and it is what is called a Gen 2 composite helmet. So the Gen 1 composite helmets are obviously the British Mark 6, the Israeli Orlite, and the American Pasget. So this would come out in kind of the early 90s, based off of the need after Slovenia broke away from Yugoslavia by a referendum to leave Yugoslavia. They designed this helmet for their military, basically to help differentiate them from the other parts of the former Yugoslav territories and current Yugoslav territories. So this helmet came out to replace the M89 composite helmet and the M5985 and M59 steel helmets in the Slovenian military. Now, a lot of the body armor in Yugoslavia actually came from Slovenia. They made quite a lot of helmets during the Yugoslav times while being part of that union. This T91 is the Gen 1 T91. The only real difference between the Gen 1 and the Gen 2 is the chin strap and this rim. This has this big chunky kind of like woven textured rubber rim on it. It would later get a thinner rubber rim, more reminiscent of a lot of modern helmets, because this was shown to peel off quite easily, and there's a few spots on this where you can see, like up here along the bill, where it's kind of starting to peel off. So it's actually very common to find these without the rim on them. So it's actually hard to find one with the rim fully attached like this in this good of condition. Now this is kind of like the 89 Kevlar helmet in the fact that it's kind of a thin aramid material. So like the 89 is like thinner than the Pasget and stuff like that. But from what I understand, it tended to work quite well. You know, the Iraqi military was given it, and they were pretty happy with it. And it has a very interesting chin strap arrangement that we'll take when we look in the liner. So this helmet was probably used until about the mid-2000s, when it was finally kind of phased out. The Slovenian military is not all that big, and it would be replaced with obviously a Pasget copy. Both versions, this is again the Gen 1, and I'll show you the Gen 2 chin strap as well. It would have been pretty much the same thing as the 85 helmet, steel helmet. It'd be that kind of that 3-point Velcro adjustable with like an actual chin cup type helmet. But this is actually a fairly lightweight, pretty good coverage, doesn't really obstruct your hearing or vision all that much. Design, it's actually a pretty simple shape, as you can see. It was pretty well liked by the soldiers that wore it. It was used with the Iraq military for quite a long time, into the 2010s actually, before finally getting enough Pasgets and everything to kind of standardize on. So we will now flip this camera around, take a look at this liner. We'll compare it to the 5985 liner, which is more reminiscent of the liner and chin strap that followed this. They're made out of the same material, that kind of cottony blend material, and we'll take a look at the liner, and I'll explain the differences between the Gen 1 and the Gen 2s, because I don't actually have a Gen 2 version of this, but Mike B does have a Gen 2 version of the T91. If you are interested in that, please go check out his channel, and you can see the differences compared to the Generation 1 Slovenian T91. So stay tuned for that. We're going to flip the camera around now and take a look at the liner. Alrighty, so here we have the T91 on the left and the 5985 on the right. So as you can see here, both of the liners are made out of this kind of gray-green type cotton material. Now the T91, same exact thing, kind of the Pasget style liner. It has adjustment in the back, just like the Pasget does, via Velcro there, a Velcro tab, and these kind of drawstring crown pads which adjust the kind of height. The circumference is adjustable here in the back via, you know, a little slider buckle and everything like that. The chin strap's held in place with the spring clips like the early Pazgets were, and the M1s, the American M1s. And then it's held in place, you know, with A washers and nuts and flathead screws. So pretty reminiscent of the Pazget, honestly. Chin strap is a 3-point chin strap, as you can see here. 1, 2, 3 points of contact with the shell. And it's got these weird adjustments. It has this big long strap with Velcro on it. And this just, you can wear it in the nape of your neck, the crease of your neck. You could wear it under, right on your chin. You could wear it under your chin. You could wear it underneath your bottom lip. I've seen it worn a bunch of different ways. And it's adjustable via these like weird kind of plastic buckles. So they're all one strap, essentially. The chin strap is the only separate strap on this thing. As you can see, it's kind of sewn right here, and it's just a flat strap. Other than that, you have to adjust the height in the front and the length in the back via this kind of weird triangular, like trapezoidal buckle, because this is all one strap, which is kind of weird. So you can't really get a super nice custom fit because there's no way to like decrease the length of this strap. There's only you could add length here and decrease length here, or you can add length here and decrease length here, which is kind of weird, but it oddly works. At least for my head shape. I don't hear too many complaints about these helmets like fitting not well, but it's just a really interesting kind of system, because as you can see here, like the strap loops through and then around and then back out towards the back of this buckle, and that's it. It's just this weird triangular kind of shaped buckle with 3 little cuts in it on either side, which is interesting, but it's still a relatively comfortable adjustable chin strap. And this fabric, which I've talked about it before on the 5985, has just enough give and like stretch and movement in it to be like durable, but still not like nylon where there's no give at all. You know, it'll hold shape, and it'll kind of form around your features of your head and stuff, rather than, you know, forcing your head to kind of form around the fabric. And eventually this chin strap would be replaced. They would keep the same suspension, but this chin strap would be replaced to something more like this, where it would have a chin cup, and it would be kind of Velcro adjustable in more places like this. Still be a 3-point chin strap, but it would be a lot more adjustable, a lot more stable, a lot more comfortable, especially adding the chin cup to help keep the helmet stable on your head, which was something I don't know why they wouldn't have done, because this is a chin strap that was in place, you know, before this was. So I don't know why they didn't do that or make sense about that, but it you know, they would later do that pretty retroactively. There would be a lot more Generation 2 T91s made than Generation 1s, which this one is. And of course they would take this very easy to remove. You can see the huge space between it back here. They would take this kind of huge chunky textured rubber rim, and they would replace it with kind of a thinner rubber rim, which is a good way to tell the differences between the Gen 1s and the Gen 2s right off the bat, because you can actually find some Gen 1s that did receive the chin strap upgrade. So that's the easiest way to tell the Gen 1 from the Gen 2s. Now, the Gen 2s also had the problem where the rims would peel off. It just wasn't as easy as the Gen 1s. So, but now we will flip this helmet around, flip the camera around. We're going to try it on, compare it to other helmets as far as fit and finish goes. I'll talk about that. How it feels, what the weight's like, how stable it is and stuff. And then we're going to turn around and show you how it looks from different angles. So stay tuned for that. Alrighty, so here we are again with the T91. We're going to put it on now, see how it fits, how it feels, get it all adjusted to the correct size and like shape, obviously here. So for how I want to wear it, now there's a couple different ways I can wear it. I can wear it like this with the chin strap going under the neck, which is actually, considering these cool buckles, they fit kind of nice right along the ears. They don't really like cut in. You can adjust that though based on the like height of the helmet. Obviously, if your head is, you want this to sit like higher on your head, these buckles are going to cut into your ears, and they're actually kind of sharp plastic. So somebody that has that problem, this would not be that great of a solution for you. But it's all in all not that bad of a feel. This helmet feels rather stable. This is a soft enough fabric to where it's not like biting into my neck here. It's quite comfortable. How I would prefer to wear it would be like this, obviously, with the chin strap on the chin, which once again, this fabric has just enough give where it kind of wraps around your chin slightly, so it stays still very stable. Despite this helmet, you know, having no chin cup or anything, it's actually a fairly kind of stable, relatively light. I think that comes to the thinness. I don't know what the protection rating on this helmet is. I assume it's no worse than the 89. I would hope anyways. But it's a surprisingly comfortable yet stable helmet. Very easy to adjust, as you could tell. So if you can fit a gas mask underneath this, it's very easy to adjust. The tightness of the chin strap, like I said, you could wear it even up here underneath your lip. There's a bunch of people that I have seen doing this in pictures. You see a lot of this like entirely off the chin. But it still works quite well. Like I said, if you want to bring the front of the helmet down, you have to add more to the back to kind of shorten this distance. But it's an entirely doable thing. It's a relatively comfortable, surprisingly comfortable helmet, which I'm really glad that that's a thing. You see a lot of this is the by far the most common way I see it worn. It's like this. This was actually quite well liked by the Iraqi soldiers after being, you know, rebuilt kind of in the mid-2000s. You would see the Iraqi forces kind of get a lot of these. So now we will turn around, show you this helmet from, you know, a bunch of different angles and stuff like that. I'm gonna slightly kind of unadjust it so I could talk a little easier, and then so you guys can actually hear me when I'm facing the other way, and then we're gonna see if it bites, pinches, binds anywhere. I don't think it will. This seems like a relatively good helmet. As you can see, it doesn't really obstruct your hearing. I have quite flat ranges into my ear holes there. It doesn't really obstruct your vision. The only parts of it that I can actually see are, once again, just a little bit of the rim up here in front. But it doesn't block any of my vision from the sides or anything like that. It's a fairly good design as far as coverage goes. So obviously this is it from the front profile. This is it from the right side profile. This is it from the rear profile. And now I'm going to simulate going prone, which is I'm going to look up as high as I can. I'm going to see how the chin strap feels. If the helmet shell or the, you know, chin strap bites into my neck at all. Which, as expected, it does not. And it actually has quite a lot of room before it does that. So this is actually a very nice design. Obviously, if there's an explosion or something going off behind you, your neck is kind of exposed, based because this has kind of a high skirt in the back for how it would be worn. But you can always adjust that, you know, to where the skirt hangs down a little more in the back and the bill kind of comes up a little bit. So, but overall, it's a pretty good design for what I think it is. And then this is obviously the left side profile. So this is a helmet that would work well with its generation of body armor being mostly collared. It's a lightweight helmet. This is a helmet that I could wear all day. It obviously, with the suspension and how nice this fabric that the suspension and the chin strap are made out of, it's a very comfortable helmet. It's a lightweight helmet design. You really can't go wrong with this. I think the Gen 2 chin strap would be much better than this Gen 1 chin strap, obviously just because of the chin cup, which is going to help distribute the weight and everything just a little bit better, and have a little bit better ease of adjustment. But I think this is a very good design to come out of Slovenia. Now, Slovenia is actually, like I said, known for kind of making body armor in the Balkan region of the world, and they still do actually make a fairly good amount of body armor for different police agencies and security forces and stuff all around the world. Most of their stuff gets exported over to Asia and the Middle East as kind of a cost-saving measure, saving those countries from having, and, you know, agencies from having to buy from the big manufacturers such as the United States and stuff like that. They put out basically an equivalent product protection-wise, but for cheaper. So, hopefully you like this video. Subscribe if you like this sort of thing. Slovenia there is a cool place. That is actually where Trump's wife is from. She's from Slovenia. For those of you who don't know, a little fun fact about Slovenia. And it's like Italy, but discount. It's, you know, in the Alps, you get a bunch of cool stuff, big Italian influence, all the good pasta stuff, but like half the price and not as many tourists. So it's pretty great if you're ever looking to go. So thank you all for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe if you enjoy this type of thing. It obviously helps me in the algorithms. If you want to support the channel and get access to the Discord, where you can see a bunch of like-minded individuals talk history, firearms, cool uniforms. We talked about a lot of cool uniforms, helmets, and stuff like that. It also is the best way to get a hold of me and have first access to stuff that I sell, which I'm hoping to sell quite a lot of stuff here, to make room for new things and channel upgrades. The Patreon's the best way to do that, and you get to be part of the Discord. So, thank you all for watching. Hopefully, you subscribe if you like this sort of thing. Please watch the video all the way to the end. Helps me in the algorithms. Liking the video helps me in the algorithms, which is going to force YouTube to pay me a little bit more. So, thank you all for watching this video. Hopefully, I will see you all on a live stream sometimes here in the future. And have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.